Good morning and welcome to the John DeVito Show. I appreciate you tuning in today. And today I'm going to be talking about what just happened in Colorado. Now, as of right now, there are 13 states in the United States of America that are looking to ban Donald Trump from the ballot. Now, as we saw last night in something I thought I would never see in this country, the Supreme Court in Colorado literally banned Donald J. Trump from running for president in Colorado. So he will not be in the primary ballot as of right now. Many believe that the Supreme Court will overturn this literally just disgusting display of partisanship and look their look to literally just suppress the voting rights of the American people. We've talked about fascism. We've talked about communism. Here it is, staring you directly in the face. It is absolutely disgusting that the state of Colorado has literally banned a president who is running for re-election in office. He lost to Biden last time around, but the state of Colorado, through the Supreme Court, has removed him from the ballot. And we've heard nothing but propaganda from the left over the last 3 years about how the Republicans are looking to suppress voters because they want to, demand a voter ID for people to go in and vote to prove that they're actually legal citizens and real people. But here we've removed Donald Trump. Now, keep in mind, Donald Trump has not been convicted of a crime. He's not been convicted of a crime. Joe Biden literally is part of one of the most corrupt families in the history of America to inhabit the White House, and they are still targeting Donald Trump. Now, if you look again, yesterday on the border, 12,000 migrants entered the United States in one day. They are finding some of these migrants literally have weapons with them. We are seeing one of the greatest invasions in the history of our country, and nobody is doing anything about it. The one man that tried to shut down the border and prevent an invasion from other countries is Donald Trump, and Colorado just removed him from the ballot. Remember these names. These are the traitors in the Supreme Court in Colorado that just took away the rights of American citizens to vote for their president. We are no longer living in a constitutional republic. We are no longer living in a democracy where the people elect the leaders. They are being delivered to us. We are being told who is going to lead us. We are no longer the United States of America, the greatest free country in the world. We are now nothing but a second-rate communist country with a dictatorship running our government. Remember these names: Justice Melissa Hart, Justice William Hood, Justice Rich Gabriel, and Justice Monica Marquez. Those are the four American traitors that just destroyed what is left of our democracy in this country. Now, I think most people could probably admit that right now we are living in a powder keg in this country. We've never been more divided. We have, in my opinion, a clear view of good versus evil, and the evil is presenting itself, and the evil is very, very prevalent in the left liberal Democratic Party. I don't know at this point how any red blooded American can support these tyrants, these traitors, these dictators in their office. What we've seen over the last 3 years has been an all out assault on the United States of America. And these traitors here in the Colorado Supreme Court and on the fringe left of this country are intent on destroying everything that is good about the United States of America. It is utterly disgusting. So many believe that the Supreme Court of the United States, with Judge Clarence Thomas, will reverse this. And I hope to God that they do. And of course, the left, who constantly talks about how, Republicans are racist, Republicans are this, Republicans are that. The left is the one that wants to throw a very well respected, intelligent black man off of the U.S. Supreme Court because he does not hold true to the left wing idealistic ideas that they have regarding abortion and other things in this country. So, Clarence Thomas, this is going to go right to the Supreme Court. Donald Trump's going to be filing an appeal. And it is just absolutely disgusting that people are tolerating this in this country right now. And I mean, when you look at everything that's going on, people, it's funny. I have friends I've seen on social media that are bragging that they paid under $3 a gallon for gas under Joe Biden. Do we all remember what the gas prices were under Trump? They have skyrocketed under Joe Biden. They have skyrocketed. And as we get into the election season, the election is less than a year away. Who else is willing to predict that gas prices will continue to drop? This is when inflation will start to drop. So Biden can point to how well he's done as president, expecting that we're all going to forget the last 3 years. Now, I'm going to just comment on this really quickly. I've got the news on right now, and I'm watching as I do this podcast. I'm seeing pictures from Eagle Pass, Texas, from yesterday. It literally looks like these fans are in a baseball arena or in a football arena. That's how many. I mean, they look like fans in an arena. That's how many people went through Eagle Pass, Texas. And they're saying here now, it looks like the number is 12,600 plus migrants entered the country in one day. They have people everywhere. I mean, I don't know how Eagle Pass, Texas is supposed to handle this. And what I love is this. You now have Democratic politicians that are complaining that they can't handle the busloads of migrants that are coming into their liberal left cities in the northern areas of the country, Chicago, Boston, New York, etc. So they're complaining about the busloads of people that are coming in. I would love to see these liberal Democratic mayors go down to Eagle Pass, Texas, and deal with 12,600 people coming into the country in one day. What are they supposed to do with these people? And how are we supposed to keep any type of, any type of idea as to who these people are? I'm sure some of these people are good, hardworking people that are looking for a better life. But again, there have been reports that drug dealers are coming over, that sex offenders are coming over, that sex traffickers are coming over, that criminals are coming over. People are coming over with weapons. And these people are entering our country like an invasion without any type of resistance from the American government. Where's Camel Toe Harris? She hasn't been down there once to the border. She's supposed to be the border czar. So, I mean, what we're seeing in this country right now is absolutely disgusting. What happened in Colorado is when we move forward like 10 years in this country, we will look back at what happened in Colorado as being one of the most disgusting bits of traitorous behavior that we have ever seen in this country. And everybody knows that Trump is the front runner. America wants Trump back in the Oval Office. People who are on the left have seen what a disaster Biden is. They've now seen a lot of them have had their eyes open to our overlords jamming this one world government down our throat. And people are awakened to it now. And Trump is far and above the number one candidate on the Republican side, and he is destroying Dementia Joe Biden in all of the national polls. So what are they going to do? They are going to destroy him now and keep him off the ballot, so people don't have the choice to vote for him. Now, did anybody see also judges halted the removal of a Confederate soldier from D.C. as well? I mean, right now, we are seeing a textbook advance on our freedom. If you look into any government that has come in and tried to wipe out the history of a country and turn the government into a fascist government, a communist government, that's what we're seeing right now. Literally, this one global movement is looking to destroy everything we have in the United States of America. They're looking to wipe out our history. They're looking to prevent certain people from running for president. And don't forget for a second, they are going to completely do whatever they can to take the guns out of the hands of the American people, because once the guns are gone in America, we will have no recourse. We will not be able to fight against the tyrannical government, and they are looking to take away that ability from us. Once that happens, there will be no United States of America left to speak of. People, we need to be peaceful. And I always make that clear in my podcast. We need to be peaceful. We need to do this the right way, but we must resist. We must resist It is well past time for us to keep quiet and just come home and watch Netflix every night and forget about what's happening in our country. Until we start standing up and demanding that things like this change, our country will continue to get on the tubes. And that's where we're at right now. So I am just so blown away by what happened in Colorado. I'm so blown away by the left's attempts to destroy history in this country. I am blown away that we are literally being invaded daily at the southern border, and no one is stopping this from happening. Where the hell is our military? Where the hell are the elected leaders in Washington that are looking to prevent this? I'll tell you where they are. They're all in the pockets of the elite. They are not with us. They are with the elite. We are the enemy. They hate us. They hate us. They hate us. Now, I want to touch on this quickly as well. I've got like roughly 5 minutes left. Did you see now that a judge also ordered the release of the names on Epstein's flight logs? I don't know about you. I'm glad to see that, but I have a lot of doubts. Number one, I doubt that it'll ever happen. We're still waiting for the January 6th tapes that, again, the new speaker told us were going to be released. Nobody's seen those yet. And now we're being told that the names that flew on Epstein's jet to Epstein's island are going to be released to us. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. I don't think it's ever going to happen. And if it does happen, is this going to be something they're going to use politically? Are they going to block off the big names that we all know? Is that going to be prevented from being delivered to us? Of course, people do know that Donald Trump was a friend of Epstein before Epstein really was identified as being the person that he is. Trump ended a relationship with Epstein in New York City after Epstein was making a pass at one of his friend's underage daughters at one of the parties. Trump did fly on Epstein's jet. Apparently, no record whatsoever of him ever flying to Epstein's island. If he did, he should go down the tubes like the rest of these pedophiles. But I believe that all the pedophiles on the left, the politicians, the movie stars, all of these people, the royalty, they're all going to be left off this new official list. But I am willing to bet that this is another plan of the overlords to discredit Trump. He will be the one name. I bet you we don't see Bill Clinton on there, who supposedly flew on this jet dozens upon dozens of times with his wife to go party at Epstein's island. We probably won't see Clinton. We won't see any of the left politicians on the list, if the list is released at all. But I guarantee you they're going to use this as another tool to discredit Trump. Wait and see. Personally, I believe the list is never going to happen. Once this judge came out and said that he was going to release this information in early January, you can't tell me the overlords are after him. I would not want to be that judge right now. Hopefully his brakes don't give in his car. Hopefully he doesn't drink some poison over the holidays, because I would imagine that Hillary's kill squad is going to be after this judge now if he has any intention of releasing this information. So scary times we're at right now. As you can tell, I'm irate over the decision in Colorado. What right does our government have to tell us? Remember that government? Remember the one that was created by our founding fathers, for the people, by the people? This government is no longer for the people, by the people. This government is jamming things down our throats and telling us how we are going to live. And to remove the front runner from the ballot is an absolutely disgusting, traitorous activity that should not be allowed. If it does happen, and if Trump is removed from other ballots across the country, America's dead. We're close to being dead now. The only chance we have into bringing this country back is to get a man in who is willing to expose the swamp for what they are and continue to fight for the America that we all grew up in. And let me be clear, when I say the America we all grew up in, the right and the Republican are not the racists in this world right now at all. The Democrats have always been the racists. They were the ones that voted against repealing slavery when Lincoln was trying to get it to pass through. The left are the ones that created welfare, Section 8, food stamps, and other social programs that create generational dependency, aka slavery, in 2023. The left, as we've seen in Boston and Harvard, are the ones that are pushing racism and segregation in our country. The right is not doing this. The right wants to see all people lifted up. They want to see people who are living in the inner cities, regardless of what the color of their skin is, succeed. And more people are opening their eyes to that fact. But what we're seeing on the left right now is an outright attack on the freedoms in America, and they are looking to take away everything that we have worked all these years to get in this country. The United States of America was once the greatest country in the face of the earth that represented freedom and hope for everyone. It is now turned into a second rate fascist dictatorship because of Biden, Obama, and the left that is intent on destroying everything that we hold true. So that's all I have to say today. Obviously, not too happy with the decision in Colorado last night. Hopefully, the Supreme Court will do the right thing, and we'll see what happens with that flight log if it's actually released. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you coming into the John DeVito Show.